Goobers and Goobettes, we're back. Somehow. Welcome back to the Sammy Hutt Cast, episode 6. Oh man, I feel like I'm dying right now. I got like a cold. Guess I'm kind of matching that holiday spirit. I got the red nose like Rudolph right now. I feel absolutely terrible. Going no medicine today because I've been hucking down that syrup stuff, that NyQuil, that Dayquil, like it's Kool-Aid, and now I'm just like kind of worried about my liver. Yeah. Now, not intentionally, but like, I don't know, you're sick, you want some medicine. Why do they only make medicine 4 hours, like good for 4 hours long? Why is it not like 6 to 12? Like, how have we not figured that out yet, you know? Yeah, modern medicine's a weird thing, right? Like, we can stick a pig heart into a man and let him live for another month, yet we can't figure out how to make modern medicine last longer. No, you got to take it every 4 hours. Like, what's up with that? I have absolutely nothing to talk about today. I'm just kind of ranting. This is the holiday Sammy Hutt Cast holiday special. We're back. Better than ever. Not really. No fancy gimmicks, no fancy props, just you, me, and the microphone. And we're here. We did it. Yeah, baby. What's going on? What's fun about this holiday? A lot of stuff coming out this holiday. A lot of not so great news. RAM prices are up. We're so back to the 2020 era of video games being expensive. They dropped the Epstein files. Hey, that's something. They kind of dropped it. Everything in the files are redacted. How does this feels like a parody almost. This feels like I know you've heard this a million times. This feels like a South Park episode. I mean, how are you going to drop the files and drop everything in redacted with the black Sharpie? Like what I said, like 2 podcast episodes ago, they're going to drop the files, but it's going to be just crossed out like in the Black Ops 1 game. With that one scene where the files are here, but everything's in black Sharpie. You know what I mean? Like what? I think they took it off the government website. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this. But hey, happy holidays, guys. Hope you guys are having a good holiday, good Christmas, good Hanukkah, Christmas. Didn't have money in the budget for a tree, so we got a piece of wire with some Christmas ornaments on it, little stocking. I'm sweating. I feel like I'm dying right now. This is great. This is what it is. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I think the podcast is missing something. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think obviously with the podcast, like with the editing and trying to get the videos in the screen to match the audio and trying to make everything look pretty, it's going to take some time because I'm still learning that. But I think we're missing something else here. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I think it's something externally outside of the podcast that I need to work on. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I'm sure you love hearing that sound in your microphone. There we go. In your headset. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I ran out of tissues, so I got some good old-fashioned new toilet paper. There we go. Yeah, I think the podcast is missing something. I don't know exactly what it is yet. Oh, yeah. Maybe it's the guests. It probably is the guests. We're going to get some guests on soon. I was hoping to have someone on this weekend, but I fell ill. Caught the ick. Yeah. Maybe it's like an external thing. Maybe it's not just, I'm literally just clip farming this podcast. That's how I'm getting my views. But it's something else entirely that we're missing. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to play around with some stuff. We're going to learn what's going on. Try and figure out how can I make this feel right. Because right now, I feel like we're at like a 50% level, right? I feel like you guys see the idea. People who's listening, they know what's going on. It's just we're not at that peak momentum that I want right now. We're at the 50 point. It's kind of like my stand-up right now, you know? So yeah, stand-up's a weird art form. Stand-up's like when you're new at stand-up, right? You're just trying to learn how to be funny. You're trying to learn how to like land jokes. The better you get, the more experience you have, the better your writing gets, the better your delivery is, the better your pausing is. Those are like some key points of stand-up, right? Like obviously your material, then comes the punchlines, then there's the delivery, and then there's the pausing, references, callbacks, whatever else. I'm at that point in my stand-up right now with my just stand-up in general, where I'm at like that 50%, maybe close to like 60, where it's like, okay, I'm starting to get my rhythm back right now, but I'm just not quite there yet. It's difficult. It's frustrating. It's hair pulling. I'm tired, but that's what doing arts is, right? Doing like trying to get better at an art form is like trying to get better at anything else in life. You got to just keep going, keep doing it. You can't stop. Try and not take as many days off as you need to, right? Like, no shame in having a rest day. Maybe think about some stuff. Maybe every couple of months take a week break, go on vacation. But, trying to get back into something important like that, or something that's very hair pulling, I guess. It's like learning a skill. It's kind of like a job in some ways. You gotta treat art like a job in some ways. I think like stand-up, you gotta treat it like a job. You gotta go in, you gotta clock in, you gotta try out your stuff, you gotta keep creating. It's definitely hair pulling. It's like this podcast, for example. Very hair pulling sometimes, but I'm glad we're here. I'm glad I'm doing it. Very thankful I have the opportunity to do it, to talk to whoever's listening out there. I love the setup, to be honest. The setup's cool. I'll tell you one thing, it's a little bit annoying, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, I'm sick. That's fun. What's going on? That's Christmas, Hanukkah, that time of year. I always love seeing all the lights put up everywhere around the neighborhood. Love seeing people get into the holiday spirit. I am, but like I'm not. Like I don't really have the money right now to be putting up fancy lights and ornaments. Like I just put up a stocking on my door. I think someone's probably gonna steal it at some point. I'm trying to get into that holiday spirit. Now that I'm sick, though, it's kind of tough. But yeah, the holidays isn't meant for guys like me. The holidays is meant for like everyone else. See, what I enjoy about the holidays is I love like looking at people enjoying the holidays. I love watching from a distance. Like there's maybe a family across the street from me that's got the lights in and everyone's all happy and cheery, and I like being Scrooge and like the other direction, just looking at them, just like it's good to see. Time to put them to work. No. No. It's not. The holidays isn't meant for guys like me. It's more about like being with the family, catching up with them, seeing how everyone's doing. I was actually supposed to go down south to see some family this Christmas, but completely slipped my mind. Not to mention I'm at a PTO right now, so not doing that. It's funny. I got texted like 2 weeks ago. Sammy, coming down for Christmas. What? Like, you get that text. It's like, all right, let me book a ticket right now. Like, dude, I'm sorry. The thing is, I told him too I'd come down south to see him for Christmas, but there's just no chance that's happening. Oh man, it is what it is though. I'm gonna go down south when it's also traveling during the holidays sucks. Like I'm gonna go down south, see my family when it's not as busy in the airports, when it's not as chaotic. Gonna go do that, be places, do things. Yeah, a lot. This is kind of a slow episode. Trying to find my holiday spirit, trying to figure out what's going on in my life, trying to not pick up the pieces and put them together, but I got the pieces. I'm just trying to figure out how it goes, It's kind of tough, being in your young 20s, trying to figure out what life's going to bring you, what direction the world is going in, how crazy everything is. I mean, I feel like it's always been crazy. It's just with the age of the internet, you have it's the weird thing, right? Like with the age of the internet, it's like you have the world at your fingertips, which is a blessing, but at the same time, it's also kind of a curse when you have the world at your fingertips, I feel like not one person is meant for this much information. Like there's people out there I feel like who just spend a lot of their time just scrolling on their phone all day. Like you try and have a conversation with someone. You ever do that? You try and like you're talking to someone you know or you like or you're related to, and they just pull out your phone and they start scrolling, acting like they're listening. It's like, are you into the conversation? Are you not? What's going on? You got an important text? Are you just scrolling on Instagram feeds, watching death videos? Like what's what's going on here? Like, I'd feel better if someone pulled out a book when I was talking to them. So at least I know, okay, I really am boring right now. You know what I mean? Like, but when they pull out the phone, it's like I can't tell if you got an important text you got to answer, maybe a work email, or you're just so bored, you're just scrolling. It's annoying. Too much information at your hands sometimes, right? It's just too much. When I was a couple months back, I was trying to really get back in that rhythm. I was trying to really figure out how to start this whole podcast. I'd wake up every morning. I'd pick up my phone. I'd go on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, some app that has like the most terrible shit on it. And I would just see like the worst videos of humanly possible. Like, why am I watching death videos at 6 a.m.? Like the worst stuff possible. And I realized how much it affected my day, like learning about all these tragedies in the world. And I listened to this guy. His name's Jim Rohn, and he has one of these. He does like professional speeches and seminars, and he often talks about how one of the things I listened to a few months ago, something he mentioned during one of these seminars. It was like a college seminar. He travels to colleges, does seminars, talks about some life, and kind of like a motivational speaker. But I feel like a real motivational speaker, like someone who's actually successful. It's a whole nother thing, but he would talk about how, like, hey, maybe instead of starting your mornings, instead of watching the news and looking at the worst shit you could possibly see, try starting your morning without watching it, looking at it. Try and just start out your morning fresh and natural. Do anything else but hear about all the tragedies in the world. And I started doing that. I realized, wow, this is a lot better. This is a way better way to start my day. That's weird. It's weird. I feel like when you try and talk to people about like professional speakers, that they instantly brush you off because of like how social media has kind of evolved, where anyone can be a motivational speaker. Literally have like 10,000 fake followers. You can buy followers on Instagram, right? Isn't that crazy? You could buy followers. Like, what's the point of having like trying to build momentum sometimes when you could just buy the momentum artificially? I know some actual comedy clubs that require you to have like X amount of followers on Instagram. Like, dude, I could spend what, $200 for 2 months, get those followers, and you would not act like anything's different. Buy the fake likes too. Like, what's the point? I guess obviously you need the actual momentum behind it, like the videos and the film, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how that stuff works. But I think talking about like motivational speakers, it's kind of tough trying to find like a good one out there, right? Because all these people out there, I mean, nowadays, everyone's trying to sell you some course. Everyone's trying to sell you some type of thing. Oh, you like what I'm talking about? Buy this. It'll change your life. Or, oh, you want to learn more about drop shipping? How about buy my course? Why? You know? Why should I buy your course? It's all free on YouTube University, you know? Fucking Professor ChatGPT can tell me the rest of it. I mean, that's how I kind of learned about how to do podcasting. That's how I learned how to not do comedy, but like watching YouTube videos of old comics, starting with like Bill Hicks, Patrice, Dangerfield. Comics like those kind of taught me how to do stand-up in a way, about how it was done back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Everyone's trying to sell you a course. I feel like buying a course doesn't make you better. It's on you to learn. So when I'm talking about professional motivational speakers, I think it's important to find the right one, someone who has the actual, the momentum behind them, the actual credit, the actual history. It's tough, though. It's tough to find good advice these days. Everyone's giving it, including myself. Not everyone's meant to be given advice. I think so. I'm definitely not one of those guys. Don't take any of my advice seriously. I'm just bored. I'm not bored. I'm just, I'm trying to find that inspiration, I guess. I'm trying to find, like I said, it's tough trying to be creative. Like, you can't always be searching for inspiration. You gotta just treat it like a job. Like what I'm doing right now. Sometimes you just need to go out there and just do it. Just not even find the reason. Just get up and go. I struggle with that with stand-up sometimes. I struggle with trying to find, not find the reason. that anxiety of going up there and not bombing so hard, but the anxiety of trying to get momentum, and then it just all falls apart. Like it's easy to quickly judge someone versus actually trying to do it, you know. Although to be fair, if you want to actually be good, you need to be judged accordingly. Also, you gotta have good material. You need to be good at what you're doing. That's why I don't trust any of those courses. I'll never do a comedy class, dude. I'd rather watch it all free online, learn what I can on my own. But that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't even know, man. Hope you guys are having a good holiday, good Christmas, good Hanukkah, good Kwanzaa, whatever other religion I'm missing. I am sick as a dog right now. This is great. What else is going on in my life? I'm trying to get back in the dating scene, man. That's brutal. I swear to God, all these dating... I'm doing dating the wrong way. I'm on the apps. I got to get off the apps. I got to get out there and meet someone. My friends tell me I'd be good at speed dating. But at the same time, I think I would be good at it too for the first 5 minutes. And when we go on the actual date, then we realize, oh, this guy's mentally insane. Never mind. No, it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I got game. I got some game, but it's not, I don't know. It's kind of a me thing. I'm not putting myself out there enough. Not trying hard enough, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out my flow, trying to figure out the momentum with everything in life right now. Blowing my nose ASMR. I'm gonna get so much shit later from everyone. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out my game. It's weird though. You talk to people, you ask them, so how'd you figure out life? And they'll tell you, oh kid, I never really knew. You'll never know how to figure it out. Although you gotta remember, some of these people when you're asking are also homeless, are also losers. So you gotta remember, don't take advice from people like that. Yeah, I don't really think there's a direct answer on figuring it out. I think figuring it out is finding a spot where it's like you have a good feeling, you have a good thing going on. No one can really mess it up too much for you because you're just so good at what it is, or you're so in it as it is. Like I feel like some of the best comedians, right? Like Shane Gillis, like he's got it kind of figured out in a way where he's still like learning new stuff and doing new stuff, but he's got that momentum. He's got that he's got the skills. He's got the I don't know, he's just funny, you know? Versus comedians like Bert Kreischer, and their thing is just taking off their shirt. Oh, my stomach! Like, I don't think there's like a fall off. I just think there's a different skill level of figuring it out like that. Like, some people stick to their same shtick, and then some people keep evolving, keep changing. And I think a part of having it figured out is kind of learning how to adopt with the change. That's something I got to get used to, the change of it all. Like, everything's happening so fast, man. As slow as my days are, I feel like they're also moving 1,000 miles an hour. Like, I'm trying to learn how to do podcasting. I'm trying to learn how to be funny, learn how to be entertaining, trying to find the pieces that are missing in the puzzle and put them back together. It's definitely difficult, I think, at first. I'm getting better slowly. I gotta experience it more. I gotta embarrass myself more. I gotta get out there more and do it more. Same with my dating life. I gotta actually go out there and meet people, expand my horizons. I just have a tough time with it, you know, a tough time embarrassing myself. I think everyone does, right? Everyone can have a hard time brushing it off. And I think for the people who aren't brushing it off and keep moving without thinking twice about it are kind of missing something there. Kind of like a double-bladed sword, right? Like, all right, I missed 30 shots failed. Let's try again. Like you had 30 opportunities, you fucked up every single one, or maybe you didn't fuck up, maybe they just didn't work out. But if you didn't learn anything from it, then what's stopping you from messing up another 30 times? Like, why not try and figure out something? I don't know. I guess that's I guess I'm looking at dating too autistically. You know what I mean? What's the correct way to do it? Like, I don't. Oh, man. Uh, Maybe I'm looking at stand-up too autistically. Respectfully. I guess I'm just trying to beeline to the correct formula when I should really be feeling out what's my flow, what's my style. I'm kind of getting better at it. I've recently like wrote a new 5 minutes that I'm like feeling better with, but it's still like missing some stuff. Part of it's not me working on it enough, another part's not being going out there enough and doing it. It's a tough thing. No, it really is. And then trying to make life work with it all right now, with like inflation, with modern issues. I had a plumbing pipe burst on me recently. That was fun in my in this part of the basement. This is actually an unfinished part I'm recording in. Yeah, it didn't burst. There's like a pinhole that just shot everywhere, and it was not a nightmare. It was actually really easy to take care of. Got the plumber over here ASAP. It wasn't that bad. Although I had to spend a night. I had to go shower at the gym. You ever shower at the gym? Talk about one of the best yet worst places to be. Like, all right, listen. Something I realized when you're showering at the gym, unlimited hot water. All right, like I know some of you guys are on that cold shower grind because your boiler will only last like 5 minutes with hot water. But at the other hand, you're showering at the gym, which means it's gross. People don't keep up with the showers. The floors are nasty. There's a whole ecosystem going on down there. You got to put the shower slides on. Hope for the best. Expect the worst in there. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. At least I could take a shower, right? Got me back into the gym. It's probably where I got sick, was from the gym. I'm trying to be healthy, trying to do better for myself. Trying to just do it. Something like that. Oh, shit. But yeah, I don't know. It's the dating life's weird right now, man. I'm trying to just find the thing. I'm kind of done with the whole trying to hook up culture. It was fun when I was younger. I'm getting a little bit older now. Entering my mid-20s. I feel like you really only have two ways to go. Either go down that path of just being single forever, maybe finding someone in the future. I'm trying to find someone now. It's just kind of tough being in your young 20s. No real money. Opportunities are limited. It's from the lack of experience. It's on myself to get better. I'm just struggling to get better. I'm trying to figure out my way. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to figure out what goals do I have. I got a couple of goals, you know. Become a better electrician, become a better comedian, become a better podcaster, figure out that missing piece for the podcast. I know having guests on will help, but that's not the missing piece. I'm missing something else with it all. But in the meantime, the only way I can get better is by keep doing it all, you know? Trying to figure out new stuff, learn different things, not hurt myself or die in the process. Excuse me. Oh, man. I guess recently in the news, there's been a RAM shortage in PC parts due to all those all the AI building. That's annoying, right? Now consumers can't even get RAM. Wasn't that like one of the cheapest pieces for PC building? I think people are talking about how like the PC building hobby is going to be dying out. I think it's going to be slowing down for a bit until they increase RAM production, which God only knows when's going to happen. I think going back to our point about a couple episodes ago, I was talking about these new generation consoles. I was kind of on the news for a bit, but I think that stuff's going to be big. Like once, like somewhat affordable pre-built PCs, pre-built consoles. I'm sure all these companies are having a tough time themselves right now trying to find affordable RAM for it all. But I mean, if you could get an affordable console or something like that, that'd be big. Like someone who's trying to break into the PC world so they get one of those Steam machines or something. Just because of how expensive RAM is, like you can't build your own PC because of the cost doubled or tripled. Like how is that economically affordable? Now you got to buy a pre-built. There's like a lot of issues with trying to buy pre-built stuff, or not pre-built, trying to buy like actually yeah, trying to buy stuff that's like brand new and like already built for you, like new cars. Been watching a ton of videos lately about how like all these new cars, how expensive the parts are, and then to top it off, if let's say like you want to get something replaced or you want to do it yourself, it requires like software. You got to connect it to the internet. You got to do this. You got to do that. Like you can't just like go in, swap out the part, and you're good to go. Personally, I'm not mechanically like inclined. Besides, like I learned electrical. I would say like my stats, right? My stats as a person are like very like neutral. I'm very like 5 everywhere across the board. You know, stamina, intelligence, charisma. Maybe charisma like 7, but like everything's like 5. You know, like I'm very just like average. The only way I get better is actually by learning it and doing it myself, which is probably the toughest part of it all. Because it's really easy to distract yourself from trying to get better. Like with all these modern commodities and modern entertainment, I mean it's the same with like bettering your life. Like you can learn how to cook, but why would I learn how to cook when Domino's has a deal on pizza right now? You know, or why should I be worried about my life and how my life choices are going when Netflix is on sale? You know, why get better at a skill when I could get better at playing video games? You know, new Smite came out, Smite 2. Why not learn that instead of, you know, XYZ? That's what it's my revelation on stuff like that is. Like I like video games for the entertainment aspect, but it's a quick way to like lose crucial time in your life. Like trying to get better at something, like you gotta treat these hobbies as a little bit more serious if you want to actually get better with it. But it is tough to get better, right? Like you actually got to put in the work, which like who wants to do that, especially like when you work like a full 35 to 40 hour week, dude, you know? Like I got to commute like an hour and a half every day to work and back, dude. So if I'm working like let's say, you know, a 35-hour week plus all those hours of driving, because you know, I take my lunches, maybe one day I leave a little bit early, like an hour early, that's 35. But then, you know, 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours each. That's 10 hours extra of driving just to get to work and back. Some people probably have it worse than me. Some people got to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Like it is really tough to get better at your side hobbies and skills, right? Like you got to actually learn. You got to learn the discipline of it all. Like keep going, don't stop. Of course, like I said, it's easier to fall back on Netflix and cheap entertainment and cheap food that's bad for you and just like learning a video game and playing it for 10 hours straight. See, that was one of my issues when I was in my younger 20s, like 20, 21. Hell, even when I was a teenager, that was like my biggest thing. I wasn't really meeting people too much. My young teenage years, especially in high school, a lot of it for the early like first year or two was just you know, wake up, go to school, come home, video games. You know what I mean? By high school, I was doing a couple of sports, thankfully. My dad pushed me into that. I'm very thankful he did that to me because I learned some valuable lessons from it. But a lot of it too was just like wake up, go to school, come home, video games. You know what I mean? Saturday and Sunday, if I'm not working a part-time job because I want money for more video games, is video games. You know. Although I think for parents, it's probably tough to teach your kid, you know, learn new hobbies and stuff and get into like arts. Like my mom wanted me to like learn guitar, learn how to play guitar, but I was just so easily distracted by easy entertainment, like video games, for example, which can be fun, can be entertaining, but I think when you spend 10 hours a day playing on your weekends, it's like in some ways you're kind of wasting your time. Obviously everyone has their own choice and I'm not going to judge, but if you're trying to get stuff done and you know you spend 10 hours a day on the system or watching Netflix and bed rotting, you're not really going to get a whole lot done if you're just sitting there and doing nothing. Of course, the other side of the coin is people who don't have that side thing. You know, I think like working on a Saturday isn't a bad thing, especially if you're younger. Like I need to start doing that, to be honest. I don't know what I want to do really. Like I say, trying to find that side thing, you know what I mean? Trying to find that other thing you could do to increase your time management. Obviously, you have that one day of rest so you can catch up on chores, anything you're missing, but no, I mean, you just got to be careful out there, man. You just got to be like like I'm sick this week, so I'm trying to give myself some slack, but even then I still feel like gross for sitting around and doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really accomplished a whole lot and I feel guilty for it in some ways. Like I feel like I should be doing more with my time and myself, but instead I'm resting because I'm sick. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. We're just going along and doing it. Man, oh man, oh man. Uh, what do we have for time here? What is this? 30 minutes? I'm sorry guys. I'm so drained right now. I'm trying to find my motivation to speak, trying to find my things to talk about. I got nothing to really say. I'm sweating. I'm a mess. I feel gross. Trying to find things in my life that I can do while I'm sick, and it's just tough trying to find that motivation right now. You know? No, it really is. Especially in your young 20s. I mean, I can say this from experience, like trying to find the motivation to do stuff. And I'm thankful, man. I really did fall upwards, I feel like, especially in the career and the field I'm in. Like I'm in the trades, I'm applying myself, I'm working every week. I'm not out of a job. I know a lot of these college kids are out of a job right now. I keep mentioning that. But I'm sorry. It's just something that's true right now with what's going on in the world. A lot of people are trying to find that thing, that in, and they can't. I mean, for me, it's only upwards. You know, I gotta, as long as I'm willing to learn and willing to show up on time, I can keep doing it. But a lot of people out there just have that tough time trying to just break in. That's the toughest part, really. The the toughest you think the easiest part is like breaking in and starting. No, the toughest part is really breaking in, especially when you're green at something, especially when you have no experience. I mean, that's how it started for me in the trades, you know? Like starting in the trades wasn't a walk in the park, dude. I mean, I got like brother, I got screamed at, I got hazed, I got harassed. Like, bro, if you showed up not even 5 minutes late into the shop and there's a group of like 10 guys working there, you know, you walk in 5 minutes late, everyone starts clapping. You made it. Good job. Like, fuck my life, dude. No, those are some fun times, some terrible and fun times, man. You know, I remember I would wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to get to a job in literally like a dangerous part of the city. Work my 8 hours, go to school, get home. Friday nights would hit, and I would just go to bed right afterwards. Remember my old man when he was still living with me. He would just be like checking on me, like Sam, you all right? Like yeah, I'm something right now. No, the toughest part is really starting from the ground up because you just don't know if you have no idea where you're going, you know, or if you have a glimpse of an idea, you know, you have some small idea of what you want to do, but trying to start from the bottom up is the toughest because you're not worth anything, you know. Why would I pay you to be on the job site? You're not worth any value. I could hire someone who might have double your experience for a couple bucks more. So you got to find your worth, you know. That's the tough part. You got to figure out how can I be worth something. That really is the tough part about it. The break-in stage, breaking into something, trying to do it. That's what I'm doing right now. This is the toughest part. Trying to find that motivation to keep this going. I don't know. I think I could do something with this. It's just a matter of actually doing it. You know, figure out that missing piece. Maybe that's what we'll call this episode. Episode 6 of the Sammy Hutt Cast, the missing piece. Ugh. Yeah. I think we're going to leave it at that today. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed the podcast, if you like what I'm saying, like, subscribe. If not, I don't care. Yeah, we'll be back next week. New Year's special. Actually, no. Next week will be the after Christmas special. I'll find some topics to talk about. I'll find some more things to do. I'm sorry. I'm just sick right now. I'm tired. So, we'll leave it at that. Guys, thank you. Have a great Christmas. Love you all. Take care now. Bye.